welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans.
Yes.
And welcome already if you're new. I lost my voice last night, and this is what you get.
Reunion.
My 5-year college reunion at Villanova.
Yes.
And
I guess she was singing and dancing
and
chatting a lot.
I'm pretty sure it was one of the Bon Jovi songs that I knew it. Like, as it was happening, I knew it was happening, and I was like, yeah, that happens. It's gonna be how it is. So I have my higher register. I can still talk up here, but it like kind of hurts to force it up there.
We could sing. We could sing at a G. A G.
No.
We could do a G. I can do it.
We could.
And it would get it out of that, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
And this is because we went sailing.
Yes.
And I thought we were ready to get off the boat about a half an hour before we were ready to get off the boat. So my hat got packed and my hair went wacko.
Yes, I got that text message a good half hour before the text message then from Father.
Yes, well, he found all kinds of things that needed to be done.
Of course. Immediately, yes.
Right then and there.
Yes.
But anyway, we managed to get everything we needed off the boat. Just about everything shut that needed to be shut, which was good. Spent last night in Cold Spring Harbor, which was lovely. Beautiful moon. I mean, it was a bright orange moon, and you could see the man in the moon. Mm-hmm. It was so pretty. And the anchor bit first time.
Dang.
Set that anchor down, and next thing I know, it's like there's quite a outgoing tide when we got there, and the anchor went down. All of a sudden, the boat just went choop. Anyway,
nice.
That bit in nicely.
Well done.
Yes, very nice, very nice. So there are actually several boats in that anchorage, which we hadn't seen at all last year. Anyway, it was lovely, and the night was cool, and then, and I was exhausted, so got about 6 hours of sleep. I woke up at 5 a.m.
Lovely.
Got up, wandered around the boat, put the bimini up, so the overhead cover, because it was getting warm, and then I made one breakfast, and then I made another breakfast. I had breakfast first at about 5:30, then I had another one at about 8:30. Well, if you've been up for 3 hours, you're hungry. And then what else? Oh, so the big news. I was so depressed last week about Rhinebeck. Remember that? I was like down in the dumps because serious fangirl was having a problem. So I wrote to the leaders that be at Rhinebeck and said, I'm really depressed now that the registration that supposedly went through on Thursday that my daughter worked so hard to do while she was at work because I was in Peru and couldn't do this, didn't have bandwidth. And she got the thing that said, you're registered, but we've never gotten anything else. And then we find out that it got kicked out, and I'm so depressed. These are the things that I was going to take, and now you say they're, blah, 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 blah. And basically because Nathan's class on Sunday was full. So the woman wrote me back and said, well, you can still take this class and still take that class. And I said, I'm so depressed. I don't feel like coming at all. I'm sorry. And she wrote back and says, we've added another class. I went, do you want...
section of Nathan's class. Let us clarify.
Let us clarify.
Not just another random class.
Do you want in? I said, yes, I want in. She goes, well, I'm going to have to send you
a special link,
a special request or a PayPal bill or something. And I said, that's fine. I'll go and register for everything else now.
You still have sunblock in your ear.
I have sunblock in my ear.
Yeah, it's
good.
That was
good.
At
least, you know what?
At least you had it on.
That's right. I'm not red anywhere, so that's good. So I immediately went ahead and I registered for Rhinebeck and one class on Thursday. Had to not register for the class I originally wanted on Saturday. It's okay. And then I picked up a class on Sunday that is dyeing a gradient, I think with a sock blank.
Nice.
But I think it'll be nice to learn a little bit more, hopefully, calculated technique with dyeing. So, yeah, I went from being really depressed about Rhinebeck
to calling me and I cannot tell you how excited she was.
I was like walking
She
on the
was
ceiling.
so excited on
I've been
Thursday.
watching Nathan since about episode number 2, maybe 3. Oh, you just stuck yourself through the finger?
I've had the hole since earlier this week.
Oh.
Or earlier this weekend.
That's a problem. I've got some of those really good Band-Aids.
Yeah, I might take one.
Yeah. So, serious fangirling going on. And I feel so sorry that he's not getting paid for these classes. Something about getting working papers for the United States. He's doing it volunteer.
Wow.
Yes. So, anyway, I've written and asked him if I could take him to dinner, so we'll see.
Because my mother is such a fangirl and very upset that I'm not going to be there.
And he's not getting paid, so the least thing we could do is take him to dinner. So, Anyway, we'll see if he takes me up on the offer. But I'm very excited that I got into the class. Very excited I got into the class. Now,
very excited.
Very excited. So now I should probably try to finish that scarf of his that I started.
The cowl.
Yeah. Yeah, the remembrance cowl. Yes, I've cast it on.
You've done a few rows, I thought.
Yes. So I can start working on that and get that. Maybe that'll be my Rhinebeck something.
Maybe.
My remembrance cowl. That would float his boat. Anyway, so what else is new and exciting? I have made progress.
What have you made progress on? Oh my goodness, that's a body of a sweater.
It is a body of a sweater.
Oh God, she's going to put it on. I'll have you all know that it is pushing 90 degrees in this room right now. We have the door open. We have currently run my father out of his bedroom where the air conditioner is because we can't close any doors or else my mother and I would die. That's also why I'm a little shiny.
Okay.
Because it's like, let me just check what temperature it is outside.
So anyway, I like this. It's not too tight. It says it's 80.
It's only 80 apparently outside. I think
it's hotter in here.
And it's hot as balls in here.
So anyway.
Yeah, it's cute.
Very cute. So now I've cast on the sleeves.
Okay, yeah, I would take that off.
Whoops.
Let's not be indecent here.
Trying not to. But I did cast on, so I'm doing 2 sleeves at a time.
Good.
So we have the sleeve beard, like a sock mustache.
Oh, God, you're so weird. You're so weird.
I'm so excited about Rhinebeck.
I know you are.
I'm so excited. I'll give me a Santa.
Oh, God.
Anyway, sorry, guys. So anyway, I've gotten this far in the sleeves. I've got 2 more rows to go, and then I start doing, and then I have an increase row.
Mm-hmm.
And these go for 18 inches. And then everything gets joined in a yoke.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all of these 2x2 cables become then 2x2 ribbings that are the entire sweater become cables. So, working on that part. So that's moving along. Speaking of Nathan.
Did you cast on the mystery knit-along socks?
I did. So, these are the colors I chose. Now, obviously, one is not chartreuse and the other is not orange, which is what he suggested, some really bright colors. I can't even remember what these are. We have them someplace.
Oh, my God. Okay. One is rustic fingering. The other one is a different indie dyer. That's
neighborhood.
And it's Studio Sock. It's not rustic. That's not rustic. This is Studio Sock in...
Oh, I know. This is Lantini or something.
Lotta...
Yeah. We talked about them last week. Anyway.
See it below for the sock colors.
And the reason he said don't get a gradient like this is that you're not going to see the cabling that's going on. But I can see it up close.
Or the variegated, you mean?
Whatever.
It's a variegated.
The variegated. I've been out in the sun all day, you know? But anyway, I've started it, and then it's got quite an involved chart.
Oh.
So, he's color-coded it, which is nice.
That is nice.
But
that is extremely involved.
Very. So, I have now made 2 copies of this, so that I can cross out for one sock and then go back and do it for the second sock. But yes, the second clue is out, so I'm still on the first clue, of course. So anyway, yes, so now I can cross out the various rows on the pattern and move that along. So that's good.
That is good.
Yes, I'm very pleased with that. I'm quite pleased.
Quite pleased.
Quite pleased with that.
That's good.
Would you like to hear about my dress?
I would love to hear about your dress.
Okay. This has been all over the floor of the boat because, of course, it fell off of the sofa. But
have you hit 17 inches?
I have.
Nice.
We are now halfway.
Woo!
Well, I can't stand up. So.
Nice.
Yes. So you see?
Yeah.
I think it's going to do quite well. Thank you very much.
I never said it wouldn't.
Well, sometimes you worry about these things, but I think I've got enough ease in this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very pleased. Very pleased. So now, all this is knitting up. There's a decrease every 10th row.
Okay.
And so we started doing that. And I go until 25 inches.
Okay.
And then I start my cabling thing up the front.
Okay.
Since I said I only want a 34-inch dress,
right.
I can see maybe going to 35-inch. So maybe I'll go to 26 inches.
Okay.
But I don't want it really long.
Right.
Unless I decide to wear a belt. So maybe I do want it a little longer.
Maybe.
We'll have to talk.
We will have to see.
We will have to talk. That's right. Because I think a belt would be nice. And you brought a couple things up here.
I have. So I don't remember if I showed you all last week, but I did the heel of the second sock.
Oh, you were talking about that because you needed that for the subway.
Right. So I have not worked on it as much as I should have in the last week, but that's okay. But we now have a second heel. I have to knit another 6 rows, and then I can start the patterning on the full leg of the sock, and I only go for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pattern repeats until the ribbing of the cuff. So
nice,
because this is the first sock. So I have that ready to go, and waiting, but I have been working like a mad woman recently.
She's really stiff. She pulled something
last night. I pulled something, and it hurts a whole hell of a lot.
If it was cooler in this house, I'd get out the heating pad for it.
Yeah, no, please don't.
We could put an ice pack on the front of you.
We'll see.
Then...
But look!
Oh my goodness!
I know. I haven't measured it. Hold on. Let's see how much we have below the armholes.
I'm betting it's about 5 inches.
Shh! It's very exciting every time. I have to get to 16.5 inches before I can switch to the second color to do the ribbing.
Oh. What second color?
It's a 2-color sweater. I am at almost 5 inches.
It looked like 5 inches.
Almost 5 inches! Do you know what that means? I only have another 11.5 inches. Thank God.
Very good.
It takes quite a long time because there's about 300 and something stitches around.
And
the purl rows are what caused, you could see the little red dot. That's a hole in my thumb in between the ridges of my fingerprint. It hurts to purl.
Okay, so the Band-Aid.
So I'm going to put the Band-Aid on, and I think it's also the metal needles, because I think it's the Hiya-Hiyas, because it only happens when I work with my Hiya-Hiyas or the Chow Goos. It doesn't happen when I work with the purple ones.
Really?
Yeah. So
I have that. Most
I worked
metal
on that.
Needles do that. You worked on that what?
I worked on that
while you're visiting your friends?
Yes, and when I went to the New York Pops concert. Which was...
And for ourselves.
Yes. Which was for...
Thursday.
Sorry. Yes.
Sorry.
It was the music of John Williams. So the entire first half was all of his collaborations with Steven Spielberg.
Nice.
Or a handful. And so that was really cool. And then for the second half, it was... They started with a Harry Potter medley kind of deal, and then they went into Star Wars. So I was working on my Star Wars Use the Force in Conspiracy by Nerd Girl. This is Pagoda by Stephen West, and I'm in the middle of a row, or else I would show it all off. But I've gotten up to the second stage of it, where I go till about 14 inches deep from the beginning, and I'm trying to decide if I want to make it bigger. I think I'll figure out how much yarn I have left, because there's no border on it. So it's pretty simple.
Because a lot of his have borders.
Yeah, it doesn't have a border. It's really beautiful. So
pretty stitch count.
Thank you. They're just I had some, I guess 2 summers ago, last summer, I found this pink wire in it's like hot pink.
It's very pink.
Wire in my box, and I just wrapped it around a dowel and then cut it with some metal cutters. Yeah. Words are hard, y'all.
Obviously very
Words are hard. So, I also...
What also?
Have some stash enhancement to show off.
Oh my goodness.
So, first...
Oh my goodness.
It's from Nerd Girl Yarns, and there was a mini co-op for a rainbow of minis, and you can't tell because they're in the bag, but these are sparkle.
Sparkle, yes, I can see the sparkle.
So I'm thinking of making...
Something for your mother.
No. I love you, but no.
You owe me knits.
I know I do. You want to know where they are?
I have no idea.
They're cast on.
Damn.
They're in the cabinet. They have needles in them and everything.
They do. All right.
They just pissed me off, and so they got shoved in the cabinet.
At least you found them.
Oh no, I've known where they were the entire time.
Why did they piss you off?
I got really mad at the pattern.
One stitch at a time,
yeah,
dear.
I know. But I think I need to get a solid to go with it, and of course, why didn't I?
Oh, you've got TARDIS blue.
Yes.
Amelia. That's what I'm getting.
That's what your sweater is.
But not in sparkle.
Crap. Where's this pattern? I just totally... Yes, I'm sorry. I totally don't know. I know what the pattern... I know where I can find it. It's...
You could look up Stephen West.
No, it's not a Stephen West pattern.
Oh. What pattern is it?
I'm trying to find that.
Oh.
I thought I had it open on here. Apparently I don't. So let's see if I can get to the Fiberspace website and find it, because it was in their blog post or in an email I received from them recently.
Tunisian.
No. This was just to get to the website.
Oh. She's so much fun when she's in pain.
I love you too. You're just as much fun when you're in pain.
No, I'm crabbier.
As long as you know it.
Damn straight. But I'm older.
Well. Yeah. Haha. No. No, go back. This one. So they're doing a knit along
for
Wonder Woman, and it's Miriam's Cloud Lift. Come on, iPad. Let's get moving. Go.
Is it a shawl?
It is. It is a shawl.
Oh.
Yes.
So how did you find this?
Because I saw it in the email from Fiberspace.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah, and I thought about doing it with that would be really good.
Would be really good.
So that's a cloud. It's called Cloud Lift by Miriam L. Felton.
Mm-hmm.
It's written to be used with Luxadorna Knits sport weight. So I probably would have to do a little bit of math. But
yeah, because this is fingering.
Yeah, this is fingering weight. So I'm thinking about it. I have to then get a solid to use with it. I'm thinking confetti dingo in Ninja. So it's black with rainbow speckles.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah. So that is one thing I have acquired this week.
What else?
I also acquired. So our local shop.
I remember that. I remember.
It jumped out of the bag, y'all.
You just
impossible. So our local shop, Knit and Roslyn, just got a shipment of Vulmaz in, and so I brought some home. So this is called Nautic Miles, and it's going to become a sweater or a cardigan of some sort.
It's amazing to me how much yardage Vulmaz manages to get into their skeins. Mm-hmm. I think they shrink wrap them or something.
Yeah, it's all
so tight. I have several skeins, but I've never knit with them.
Yeah, I've knit with minis that I've gotten from others, and then I got this, which is called Letzte Verste. And it was all by itself. It needed a home. It's so purple and beautiful, and yes.
The Letzte Verste.
Yes. So that is what I have been into recently.
Superwash.
I know, these are all superwash.
383 yards.
For 100 grams.
Right.
But these are 150 gram skeins.
Oh, they are?
Well, Mizo sells in 150 gram skeins.
So they're huge.
Yep. They're 513, I think, yards. 500 and something yards.
Shawl.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a shawl. We'll see. It's just so pretty and purple, and it needed to come home with me.
It's lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, so that's what I've been up to.
I'm going to keep moving on my dress. We're going to be watching the Tonys tonight.
Yes.
We missed the running of the Belmont.
I haven't seen any of the Triple Crown this year.
Well, I watched the Preakness. Yes, Pimlico. Richard went to dental school at University of Maryland, so I've been at the Preakness several years in a row. And that's when he was a dental student, so you bring your blanket and you sit on the infield. And sometimes it was lovely, it was warm, and sometimes we were wrapping ourselves in the blanket. It was so cold. So that time of year is a little funny. It's in middle to late May, and it's kind of funny. But I have no idea who won the Belmont yesterday. I know that we were out of the Triple Crown since the Kentucky Derby winner did not win the Preakness.
Yeah, I knew that.
So some of that excitement died down.
Well, because I'm pretty sure that he was thought to do it.
He was supposed to, but then he got beaten out at the end. Tapwrit won.
Near after passing. I guess Tapwrit. Yeah, I guess it's Tapwrit.
Okay.
Trifecta is mentioned in a bunch of these. Sorry, we're looking it up.
Tapwrit.
Yeah.
After passing Irish War Cry very late in the game. So anyway, we missed that. I said tomorrow I'm going to have to call our cable provider so that we get our name and our password so we can be watching the Tour de France out on the boat.
Yes.
When we head out east.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to be doing Tour de Fleece?
No, I'm not doing Tour de Fleece. Tour de Sock.
You were doing Tour de Sock.
Tour de Sock, yes, but it's starting later this year. So that's fine. I put my name in. So I've already signed up.
Good.
Already paid for it, so I get the 7 patterns. And then on Ravelry, I've asked to be in a very slow-moving group. Since I'll be teaching that one class. And we're going to be out on the boat again. So, as much as I say I'm going to knit on the boat, I by the time we get done with dinner, I'm tired. I think it's the salt air. I have to say I feel so much better than I did last week. My sore throat's gone. I'm not hoarse anymore. The congestion's gone. I have a feeling the salt air had a great deal to do with that. But it also tends to put me to sleep. And then I got up this morning. I was going to do a lot of knitting, but I've apparently over knitted, trying to get my dress to that 50% mark.
Did you submit it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I just got home.
I wasn't sure if you had hit it earlier this weekend.
No. So I have to submit that now. I have to take the picture with the ruler so I can see that it's 17 inches, and then I will turn that in, and then I'd like to get a couple more inches done tonight and then go back to working on those sleeves. I'm sorry, Nathan's socks may get put by the wayside because I'd like to finish both of those things. Mm-hmm. So yes, I'll finish his socks because they're too pretty and I want to be able to report to him that I got them done.
Yes. So
that and his remembrance cowl. That's my goal for Rhinebeck now.
Good.
Yes. So I won't be giving up my room in Rhinebeck, like I had mentioned I was going to do last week. I apologize. I have my reservations already set. I have to check to make sure I have the right weekend. That would be a horror show. But so now and there Thursday.
I mean, all else fails, you could sleep on Cassie's floor. She has a lovely air mattress.
I could do that. Yes, I could. So I'll be up. I'll drive up and back on Thursday for that one class. That's on putting zippers in and that kind of stuff. And then Friday I'll drive up after school. I'm hoping to pick up the Indie Untangled tickets for the early opening.
Nice.
Since I won't have to wait for you, and I can get out there and go pretty fast. Well, it's true. Because I get out, I think, around noon, so I should be able to get up there and get back in the room and get over to Kingston and not really have a problem.
Yeah.
I could take Cassie to dinner.
You could.
I could take Cassie to dinner. And then I have Nathan's class on Saturday. And then, did I tell you? So, I was so thankful to the woman who helps run Rhinebeck for helping me figure out how to get into one of Nathan's classes, that I wrote her back and said, thank you very much. And now that I don't have a class on Saturday morning, would you need any help on Saturday morning? Because I apparently have some hours that I could volunteer. And she said, oh, yes. And so now I'm going to start bombarding you with, annoying you with bombardments of emails. And I said, no, you will never bother me. No, you are my heroine. You are just my favorite. So yes, I'm going to be volunteering on Saturday morning.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
So I'll be able to take a look at everything and decide what I want to buy on Sunday. Good. So,
Sounds like a plan.
I think it's a plan. It's definitely a plan. I mean, I'm still looking for things like neutrals in the fingering because I have a lot of things that can be yokes that I need, the basic back of. And then more sport. I'm looking up. This is my DK section. Sports up at the top, above. See where this orange thing is? Well, there's another shelf up there. That's where the sport all is. And that could be expanded. And I'm trying to use up some of this fingering that's over that away. That'd be a plan. Use up some of that so that there's some room in this cabinet. Because I don't want to expand past this cabinet. That would be
probably
terrible.
A good idea.
Yeah, really. A very bad idea. Yeah. And then after Rhinebeck, we can look forward to Vogue Knitting Live.
Yeah.
So I have that with the class that I went. And then there's one more prize that I was supposed to, I think, pick up on Wednesday because from the baby hats. So the class was from the
door.
It was from the map.
Oh.
Yes. And then there was a prize for the baby hats.
Oh. So
I'll have to send Knits a note saying, so did my prize arrive? Or
did you just...
I had a cold. I could barely think.
Right, and I didn't know you were still waiting on it. I didn't realize.
Yes, very much still waiting. It wasn't there last month, and I forgot to ask this month, so I'll have to send a note. Other than that, I think that's about it. I mean, I really could go great guns and maybe do the nevertheless, but I think that's asking far too much of me.
Probably.
I think the remembrance cal would be sufficient.
Probably.
Yes. Did I tell you I signed up for Alistair Quinn's double knitting class on Craftsy?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I have, because apparently, I think the last class in that series talks about how to do 2 different patterns of double knit.
Which
one
I think
on one
is
side, one on the other, which is what we want to do with the nevertheless.
Right, and I think that's also what was mentioned in the Nathan class, in the description. Maybe not. Maybe I read it somewhere else. I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I think that would be in one of his advanced classes.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think he generally in this class does his heart.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Anyway, you look at it, it's going to be fun.
Yes.
It will be. I think.
And I think next week we've got...
What do we have next week?
I've got a bridal shower. And then...
On Sunday.
Saturday. And then Sunday...
Oh, we're going sailing. That's right. Okay. We're off on Friday and we're off on Saturday. Oh. So I think we're going to get the heck out of Dodge on Friday morning. In fact, we have talked to your dad, and I think we're going to go racing on Thursday night, spend the night on the boat.
Okay.
So that we can put water on the boat, because high tide's at midnight.
Okay.
He said it's at midnight. I don't think so. I think high tide's at 5 a.m. We'll come to that. Either way, if we spend the night on the boat, then we're on the boat to get to the dock at high tide so we can fill the water tanks, because they're empty at the moment. And then we can also run up to the car and get the dinghy, get that on board while the boat is right there, get our clothes and stuff on board, and then go back out and go back to sleep, and then wake up a little bit later and go to the grocery store, and then come back and leave. But then at least we're not tied to whatever high tide is.
Yeah.
Yes. So we went by my favorite club.
Oh.
Salonica. Yes, we went to see if Gary's boat was in, and we couldn't find him. We have no idea where he is, but... Gary's
at Salonica now?
No, he's not at Salonica. He's in Oyster Bay.
Right.
But you pass by Salonica in order to see Oyster Bay. And I told your dad goes, so where do you want to go? I said, you could just take me home now. He goes, what? I said, right over there to Salonica, where they've got all these people on the dock that say, ma'am, can I help you? And I go, oh, yes, absolutely you can. And they have a gas dock right there. Instead of having to go all across to get gas, and they have everything right there at their dock instead of going all around Robin Hood's barn to try to find it. Anyway, the only thing they don't have is a grocery store. Be that as it may. So anyway, then we figured out... So
Father must have found that very amusing.
And then, let's see, we passed by American. He says, I think that's your second favorite. And I said, well, it's tied with Shelter Island Yacht Club. So it was a great day. It was a good day for sailing. It was coolish at night, so it wasn't bad on the boat. I have a feeling that later on this month we'll be fine going out to Connecticut and then to Newport. So that'll be good. And now I have a plan of how to deal with really hot nights. I'm going to put blocks of ice in front of fans.
Oh, Dad'll love that plan.
Well, you know. But
it sounds like your Hot Rocks plan.
Which worked.
And set the freaking...
No, it only singed the towel. It didn't set it on fire. And my feet were warm.
My mother was told as a young child, as a younger person, that in order to keep warm when you go camping, you wrap hot rocks that you have put in the fire to heat up in a towel and stick it in your sleeping bag.
Because that'll make the sleeping bag warm. Kind of like a bed warmer pot that they used to use in colonial times. Well, I did that, and in the morning I unwrapped my rocks, and the towel was singed. So apparently I escaped fire in the tent, just by that much. After that, we found a hotel, a motel, a no-tell, relatively close by. So the family would camp, and then I would get a hotel room because they were afraid of what I would do next. I don't think I can set anything on fire with ice.
No, but...
And blowing ice over a big block of... blowing wind or a breeze over a big block of ice.
Just make sure...
Certainly...
Make sure that the ice is in a large container.
Well, yes, a dish of some kind.
Well, yeah, make sure the dish is large enough for when the ice melts.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Really? So anyway,
yeah.
You can see I've got a reputation.
Yeah, she says that, and then I'll get the phone call and the photos of, uh-oh, look what happened! And there's water all over the, floor of the boat, and, Dad have his grumpy face on. I can see exactly where this is going. And I'll be like,
You have no faith. No faith.
I have complete faith that you'll go and do it.
No faith.
All of the faith.
Well, and the problem is if we sleep in the back, there are no fans back there. We have to put some fans in. Your father was sure that there was no... Look at this. I swear, I'm taking on a lifelike yarn. I have a halo, like they talk about with yarn. That's what happens when you're out in the wind.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That's really sad. Very sad.
It's okay.
Yes. Well, luckily, it's somewhat controlled.
It's your hair.
Yes, it is my hair.
But I think we've come to time to
someone had better wrap this up.
Or else I'm just going to keep going. And going.
Mumbling
and
on
going.
and on and on.
All right. Well, I think it's time to weave in our ends.
Absolutely.
And we will talk to you next
week.
Bye.